BK Pickleball, dude's a dog. He has the nastiest backhand slice. Like, it's insane. You think, like, anytime somebody hits you like a really good slice return and you have to like really lift it, no, this dude 30 times the amount of RPMs. I would love
some
to
of the
see
gameplay videos. Everybody just dumps them into the net every time.
What's up, y'all? BK back here with another instructional video. Now, I've gotten a lot of comments over the past few weeks about people wanting to learn how I hit my backhand slice. So that's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. I'm going to give away all the secrets to hitting the perfect backhand slice. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, before we dive into the mechanics of the shot, what is a backhand slice? A backhand slice is basically a shot that you're going to use where you're going to put backspin on the ball and try to drive that ball through. And what that backspin does is once that ball hits the ground, it's going to stay real low and almost skid through off the bounce, making it a lot harder for your opponent to get behind the ball and lift that ball over the net. What's going to happen off of most backhand slices is that ball's going to hit your paddle face and then go straight down because of how much backspin is on the ball. So we're going to talk about how to hold the paddle, how to make contact, what your follow through should be so that you could hit the perfect backhand slice and catch your opponents off guard.
This video is sponsored by Centerline Athletics. These are my new favorite pickleball clothes. Designed for and by pickleballers, this is the best pickleball apparel on the market today. Their t-shirts are ultra breathable with a mesh fabric that keeps you cool and dry. With UV protection, these are going to keep you safe from all the harmful UV rays while you're on the courts. Their game-changing grip tech technology keeps your hands dry during extensive play when you're sweating a lot on the courts. Use code BK20 at centerlineathletics.com to get yours now.
Now, the first thing that you should know about the backhand slice is you need to have the proper grip on your paddle. So the way I hit my backhand slice, which is how most tennis players will hit their backhand slice, is with a continental grip. Now, if you don't know what a continental grip is, all you have to do is stick the paddle out in front of your body, just like this, with the paddle tip facing out, and you're basically just gonna shake hands with the paddle. So you're gonna shake hands with the paddle out in front of your body, and that is gonna be your continental grip. With this grip, you should be able to just hammer down with the edge of the paddle, and that should tell you that you have the right grip on this paddle. Now, this continental grip is something that most players can use for any shot in pickleball. It's the most natural grip and the most universal grip out there. It's going to allow you to play easy forehands, easy backhands, top spins, slices, and any other shot in pickleball with ease. So learning the continental grip is extremely important for anybody that's starting to get into the game of pickleball, and it's the best grip to start out your pickleball journey with. If you are enjoying the content, make sure to subscribe to the channel below. It does help us support the channel a lot. You can subscribe right down here to BK Pickleball so we can continue putting out more great content for you. Now, the next thing that you need to know with the backhand slice is the backswing. Now, the way I like to set up my backswing, which should be the case for most slices, is you want that paddle starting right behind your body, and you want that paddle tip facing up, and you want to start above the ball. This is what's really important. A slice shot has a high to low mechanic. This is what's going to allow you to get that ball and roll it with backspin, because going from high to low makes that ball rub across the face of the paddle, giving it that backspin that's going to enhance that slice for you. So the way to do this is you want to start with this paddle behind your body and make sure that you start above the ball. So as you watch this ball coming in, try to get set, anticipating the bounce of the ball, and sit about a foot on top of the ball on your backswing. This is going to allow you to come through and slice the ball at the point of contact, giving you that backspin. Now, with that, what you're going to do is get that paddle tip facing up. That paddle tip is going to face diagonally up, which is going to allow you to come through, and at the point of contact, it's going to flatten out because of that high to low motion, and that's also going to allow you to add that little bit of extra spin on this shot. So start with that paddle right behind you, paddle tip diagonally up, get that paddle on top of the ball so that you can go high to low on this shot. Next, we're going to talk about the point of contact. So the point of contact of this shot should be be right around your front foot. So you want to make contact right around that front foot. Now, most of the time, I'm going to have a closed stance on my slice because that's going to allow me to transfer my weight from my back foot to my front foot, allowing me to drive the ball through with the slice. Now, that's exactly what I want you to think about with this shot, is this slice is more of a drive than it is a drop. You want to have the ability to drive through the ball, and that's what's going to give it the pace and also the backspin that's going to skid through and kick off the ground, versus if you try to put too much height and almost hit this like a drop, that backspin is not going to affect your opponent because the ball is going to sit up nice and easy for them to drive. So you want to think of the shot as more of a drive. So at the point of contact, you're going to try and transfer your weight from your back foot to your front foot and make contact right around that front foot area beside your body. This is going to allow you to really drive through the ball, and it's also the point where you're going to generate the most power on the shot. So make sure to transfer your weight from your back foot to your front foot and hit that ball right around that front foot while you're making contact. Now, the last thing we're going to talk about with this shot is the follow through. The follow through is arguably the most important part of this backhand slice. So what we're going to focus on is on our wrist and our elbow. Now, the wrist on this shot does not move. You can use a little bit of wrist to enhance the spin, but to get that ball to drive through and consistently have a very good backhand slice, you want this wrist to remain very stable. So don't allow your wrist to break. This is the number one mistake I see people make with the backhand slice, is they almost try to chop the ball with their wrist, which is going to completely change the direction of the shot, causing that ball to either pop up or not have enough power on the drive. So make sure to lock your wrist on this shot. So as you lock your wrist, you're going to come in with that backswing behind your body, above the ball, high to low on the shot, right at the point of contact. You're going to drive through with that wrist lock. And as you drive through, you're going to finish with a little bit of a U-swing, where now it should almost look like that Nike swoosh logo, where that paddle starts high, comes down at the point of contact, and then finishes with a little bit of a flare. So you have that nice little Nike swoosh logo on that swing. Now, the other thing that I want you to try to focus on that follow through is don't allow this paddle to break the plane of your shoulder. So right here, this line of your shoulder is where you want to stop your follow through. So what you want to do is come here with that backswing, slice through the ball, and finish that follow through, everything on the left side of the body. So you're going to start the backswing on the left side of my body, make contact on the left side of my body, and follow through, and the paddle still remains on the left side of my body. What you don't want to do on the shot is come through and then flare across with the shoulder and have that paddle break the plane of the shoulder and come across to the right side of your body. This is what's going to cause a lot of those balls to pop up and lose a lot of direction, because having a consistent follow through that drives towards your target is one of the keys to this shot. So putting it all together, the shot should look a little something like this. You want to start with that paddle right behind the back leg, paddle tip diagonally facing up, and you're going to transfer your weight from your back foot to your front foot right at the point of contact with that high to low swing. Paddle face open about 45 degrees, hit that ball around your front foot, and then follow through with that paddle coming up, that wrist remaining locked, and then the paddle stays on the left side of my body. So put it all together and you should be able to perfect your backhand slices. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe below to BK Pickleball. Also comment below what other videos you'd like to see me do. Follow me at BK_Pickleball on Instagram. I put out a lot of great content on there as well, including a lot of these instructional videos. And until next time, I'll see you later.